Did you go shopping?
I was told I needed to change up, so I did.
That's a nice shirt. Yellow has always been one of my favorite colors.
Okay, Suits.
Okay. Welcome back to Try Before We Die. It's a regular episode night. Mal, I haven't seen you in a bit. I like these recording days.
Is it like... It is. It's like every 4 weeks now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we haven't done... No, we did... Didn't we have dinner?
We're putting a pattern together here.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, don't stop. Quit the thinking.
Okay, yeah, it was about 4 weeks.
Try Before We Die, the whiskey show where we're looking to sample the bottles in the bitter end. My private whiskey bar.
Establishment.
Right? You are the steward of this bar.
I have been graced with that
Yes.
title, which is a rather, I'm like a little nervous.
Yep.
But now I'm like sort of counting the days.
I'm like exercising, eating healthier because he's the steward. So I want to delay that transition as much as I can. But yeah, we're trying to get through the hundreds of bottles here and try them. And the Whiskey Fairy comes and sort of sets us back or puts us in a better position.
A never-ending position.
Yeah, it's really not a bad deal. One of the things, and hopefully everybody can see on the bar, is we're going to bring back some of the, what's your word?
Accoutrements.
Accoutrements. So we're going to do some reviews with some food pairings as well. We did a bunch of that in the first season. We're going to bring that back here for season 3.
It was actually asked. People were saying, hey,
yeah,
where is
we
that
got
stuff?
some feedback.
Why are you guys not talking more about the whiskey? Just blab, blab, blab.
Is that green?
Okay.
What color is that?
Okay. I actually think this is called salmon.
Salmon?
Salmon. Rusty.
Rusty? So we're on set. We're filming. It's February in New Hampshire. And so it turns out we have
a balmy February day.
A balmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as seems to be the tradition these days, season 3, I think we haven't had an episode without a guest.
No, actually that's true. Mm-hmm. Got a bunch of freeloaders.
Yeah, they heard there was some whiskey being poured here. And so, no different today. And so we have another flash from the past.
Actually, this one is special. This one truly is like wow.
So he arrived yesterday on a jet plane, and I was trying to sort it out, and we were talking about who's the guest who's come the farthest. And I think we had Chatty Matty here from North Carolina.
Okay.
And today, we have Otter from Chicago. And so we've known Otter, how long you figure? He and I were doing some of this math. Let's see if you can come close.
I'm going to say 2001. I'm going to say that was 2001.
That's about right, yeah. About 2001, yeah.
Because I think that if I can remember rightly, in the scrapbook, those were the Xterra days. And I believe that was 2001.
Team Xterra.
Team Xterra. And that's when I think we met him and his team, DOTW.
Dirty Old Tired Women?
Something.
Was that it, Otter?
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah.
Disciples
of the Watch.
Disciples of the Watch.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Some nerdy thing. Yeah. Disciples of the Watch.
We shot down people's authentic team names.
Especially if they were like, something that killers. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Don't you dressed up in your camo and out there shooting paintballs at people.
Who is it? Where are they? So if we met you, Otter, in the early 2000s, what was the field?
It was EMR paintball.
Yeah, and that became like our home field for your team and pub crawling our team for many years.
Many years, yes.
Now, Mal and I began playing paintball in the woods up here in New Hampshire, and we played Jim Thorpe. Is that the name of that field? What's the name of that field with the world record game?
Skirmish.
We played Skirmish. We played a field in Dallas, Texas. I believe EMR was our third official field we played, like real field.
It was the one that Chucky said, we've got one more field to go to.
Mm-hmm. Was EMR the first paintball field you played besides somebody's backyard? Had you played other fields?
My first actual field was Paintball Depot in West Milford in New Jersey.
Which we've been to.
I skipped that game.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I went fishing.
That's the one where I shot a lemming in the foot. And then he shot me back and it hurt really badly.
That is. I've heard that story more than once. So EMR was your second real field that you played at?
It was the second real field, but it was the first actual home. And
Right.
last home. It was the first and last actual
I think
home.
we could probably say that was really our only home field.
Yes. until we decided to just take the whole thing on the road.
Right. I mean, we had fields we really liked going back to.
Yes.
Right. We really enjoyed Bear Claw in Tennessee, and we really
Splat Brothers.
enjoyed Splat Brothers, and towards the end, Blast Camp. Right.
You know, there's a pattern to what to those things when we went to.
What's that?
They either folded or closed.
They ran us out of town.
After we got that
We
plane
shut them
there.
down. It's something about setting a fire when you walk out of someplace. It's not open the next day. Did you have another favorite field besides EMR or Paintball Depot?
Actually, P&L up in Massachusetts. I enjoyed that place a lot. P&L was fun.
It's almost like he's playing into this.
Yeah.
Hey,
No rehearsal.
I've been there. And then Splat Brothers in Virginia.
Yeah. We loved those guys, Twister and Ron and Don, right? Twister was Ron. No, Twister was Don. And Ron Stern, did he have a name, call sign?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was the artist.
Yes.
He did actually the artwork
Paintball artist.
for Blues Crew,
Yep.
which was an all-star team that we all became a part of together in the early years. And I think we actually have a reunion game coming up in June. Now, are you going to go to that game, Otter?
I will absolutely be there. I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah. You're going, right?
Yeah.
I'm going.
I'll be like
This might be it. Hang up the cleats?
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, boots,
Whatever.
knickers.
Something.
You're going to hang up your knickers. Would you consider your time on a paintball field just like a waste?
I mean, with you guys, I don't know, but no, it was honestly, it was the best times of my life. It was back when I was younger, 20 years ago, when I wasn't 40 and young and still, I mean, I know you guys are way past that, but it was, it was just the best times of my life. I spent it with good friends, spent it with my brother, and
Amen.
always the best times. Yeah, really were.
So, because he's mentioned a field out here in Mass, also brings back a very special memory for us and most of the crew here. We were always known for our shenanigans, and me and Lemming would always somehow find ways to embarrass people, and we would do it by saying happy birthday. And we were out at P&L, played a game, went out for our obligatory dinner and drinks afterwards, and me and Lemming disappeared, talked to a certain few people. Next thing you know, here comes a cake, and everybody starts singing happy birthday. And this gentleman is probably one of the most excited.
Well, so pause. So like in restaurants, you can often get the staff to do a
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Sing along, right? And all this. And so it's really a happening thing taking place
Yes.
in this restaurant. And Otter is,
His birthday.
he's enjoying
He's
himself.
completely enjoying
he
himself.
is like looking around like, who is it?
Yeah, whose birthday is
He's
it? And there's a big
really
table. Big table, 15,
long
20 of us.
table. Yeah.
So he looks around. Next thing you know, the cake rises and goes right in front of him. And all of a sudden goes,
Yeah.
And now you have two birthdays I hear now.
I do. Yeah. And I mean, Lemming just the other day said happy birthday to me too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
And
yeah.
I've happy birthdayed you a few times here and there
Absolutely.
on a post on the internet. Just happy birthday.
Every time
Yep.
that picture comes up.
Yep. So, Otter, thanks for coming out from Chicago, being a part of this with us. You know the deal here. We do a random number, pull a bottle of whiskey, and find out what we're drinking.
I think it's that time.
It's that time. So here it is. We haven't named the box yet. Tell me to stop.
Stop.
Bottle 134. All right, I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it turns out bottle 134 is on this shelf. So what we know is we're at bottle 98 here. We're 10 across. 108, 118, 128, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 134. Now Mal can see, and he's probably excited, as am I, for a Glenrothes. What's super exciting about this is it's a 1995, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when we get back to the bar. So we're back at the bar. Mal, did you notice that we pulled the Glenrothes, a Speyside offering?
I know. I'm very excited about this, in fact.
I thought it was your least favorite region, Speyside.
Yes, very much so. It's a disgusting region of Scotland.
It's like terrible. It's
Was it the northern, eastern, southern
It's
part
the bottom of the boot from the snow region. It's actually your favorite region.
Yes, it is, by a long shot.
Right.
But that has slowly but surely been changed as we try different regions on a regular basis.
Right. Our expectations, we're learning to evolve.
Correct.
Yeah. So a Glenrothes is a Speyside offering. We'll talk a little bit about it, but let's just ask Otter. Otter, do you know anything about Scotch whiskey?
I'm honestly more of a vodka guy.
Yep.
I'm just here for the free stay.
Aren't we all?
No, I've been wanting to get more into Scotch, and after watching your guys' show so much, I've been really looking forward to delving more into it. So I'm really more of a newbie with this.
Changing minds.
Well, so the Glenrothes was actually my, I pulled that personal choice for my 50th birthday. There's a bottle that I pulled. There was a bottle of only 558 released in the world, and that's what I drank when I turned 50 by choice here. So Glenrothes I enjoy. So this is, I think, a 1995 Glenrothes, so distilled in 95, bottled in 2015. How old?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
But it's 2022. So how old is this whiskey? Distilled in 95, bottled in 15, and it's 22. How old is this whiskey? I hope nobody is surprised at this. So this is a
I don't know. 15?
15-year-old whiskey because after it gets bottled, it does not age anymore. So we have a 20-year-old, right? 95 to 15 is 20. So we have
Correct.
a 20-year-old Speyside from Glenrothes. It does not seem to suggest any additional finish casking. We're going to be looking for that traditional Speyside flavors. Mal, do you have any guess of those flavors?
Light, fruity, easygoing.
Maybe some vanilla, some honey,
Yes.
some butterscotch maybe. So Otter, as a vodka guy, what you're going to be looking for are these flavors, both on the nose and in the mouth, right? And so we are serious when we talk about honey, vanilla, butterscotch, light, floral. This whiskey, I suspect, may live up to that idea.
Yes.
Yep.
If it follows the rest of its family.
Yeah, because it has no boutique element to it. It's not in a sherry cask, or it hasn't spent time in an IPA cask like Glenfiddich has done recently with some of their releases.
Traditional oak.
So this is a traditional, probably a bourbon cask finished. Should we just get after it and try this whiskey? Again, we've got some very 1,000-day aged cheddar, some green and Kalamata olives, I think, and some dark chocolate. So here we go. It's almost like it's a paper foil. Very interesting.
See that dust that popped off that?
Well, I was thinking about you.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
When I was in the whiskey battles
Yeah,
of the
Tour
20s.
Tour Dewey.
Yeah.
Tour Dewey, 22.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, lively.
I want to go with bassy.
You always say basely and I say lively.
You do like that word lively. Well, I don't know how we're going to do this. We're going to go for this.
Oh, yeah. Don't give me the ball. That's what I'm going to tell you. Don't give it to me.
And make sure you make it a little further away from me, okay? All right.
He didn't shake that much that time. That was good.
That was good, right? 20-year-old Glenrothes, Speyside. Water. So when you do a whiskey, just like a wine, you'll check for the legs and watch the drop off. Now we like to ask guests, Otter, how would you describe the coloration of that?
It's a light amber.
Light amber.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
I feel thin, light amber. The legs drop off quickly. Almost, I'm not seeing a lot of delineation in the legs. It almost like sheets back down altogether.
Correct. Yeah. And I would say maybe not. They are definitely hanging in there, but it's definitely a sheet.
Yeah.
And that would say probably a little bit on the oily side.
Oh, interesting. Oily, which you will find. So then, Otter, you're up to the nose. These glasses are designed to let flavors expand, and then they compact them back in for your nose.
Floral.
Very easy on the nose. Very easy. No burn, no medicinal.
There's something else there, though.
I'm going to go back to this idea of butterscotch.
Yep, that was where I was going with that.
Yep. So, I'm going to give it a try, gents. 20-year-old Glenrothes, distilled in 95, bottled in 15. Easy. I wanted to say Werther's Original, but it's not as butterscotchy, but I feel like there's some faint butterscotch.
Yep.
Definitely can taste that.
Can you pick up on that? Mm-hmm. Now, is that surprising to you that we're drinking a Scotch whiskey and we're talking about butterscotch?
A little.
A little, yeah. Otter, if we were to say to you somewhere along the line, Scotch whiskey, what's going to jump right at you? You know, what's a flavor that you're going to think of or an experience that would have come right to your mind?
Nice, kind of just a nice tingle, I guess, as it goes down.
Right, so you'd
Little
feel
burn.
it.
Yes,
little
you
burn.
feel it more, yes.
Right. Do you feel that burn right now?
Not so much. It's going down a little too easy.
Right. So that's that floral Speyside, right? This is why you like these, right?
Correct.
Because you can get after them.
Correct. That is probably one of the best ways to promote that. It really is easy going. And it's like one of those, if you're going to introduce yourself to a Scotch, that's the way to do it. You go in very easy. Don't dive right into the deep end. You ease yourself into the low end, and then start to walk yourself towards the deep end. And if it gets a little bit too deep, you can head right back.
Yeah.
And these will never let you down.
This is just, I really enjoy the Glenrothes. No exception here. Very much a classic Speyside whiskey right here we're drinking.
Correct.
It's not taking us in some crazy direction, asking us to expand and examine flavors well off the palate. It's really compact in that Speyside tradition. So with that, Malcolm, we've got these olives, this 1,000-day aged cheddar, and this 80% dark chocolate unsweetened. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking actually the cheese.
I'm thinking the cheese. Otter?
I'll go with everybody else here.
The 1,000-day aged cheddar.
This is unbelievable that I'm doing this.
I think this is an English age, but I'm not entirely sure. So the idea would be to have some cheddar, and before it's completely gone from your mouth, to bring some of that whiskey in there as well. And it's a good cheese. If you're a cheese man, I know you're cheesy, but if you're a cheese man, that's a nice cheese.
Who let the beast out?
Is that your dog?
I tell you, that guy is unbelievable.
But
Okay.
never mind that guy.
Yep.
That cheese is a nice compliment because it's not overpowering the whiskey. The whiskey's not overpowering the cheese. It's not like a chocolate that's melting in the whiskey. I think they're running parallel side by side, cheese and whiskey.
I think the main standout, that cheese, what it does, it sort of cuts out all that stuff that you were having high and low notes, and it sort of evened out the entire drink. Because I almost, like, when I took that sip, I was just like one and gone. And I was like, oh, that's right, I'm supposed to be tasting this. But
Right.
it was so nice
Right.
that I enjoyed it like
Right.
that.
I think that's what I mean by that parallel experience. They just sort of go together. Right. Otter, any thoughts on the cheese and the whiskey together?
As the good Malcolm just said, it like a nice melt. It just they accented each other very well, and they both just little yummy going.
Yeah,
down nice,
yummy.
You know?
So I think we're having a real positive experience with this Glenrothes 20-year-old Speyside, very traditional flavors. So why don't we think about ending the episode? So, as always, we are traveling to an exotic land. Do you ever spend any time in prison in Turkey?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay. It's really not all it's cracked up to be. So, but if you're not in prison in Turkey and you're enjoying yourself.
What is the movie?
Midnight Express. Billy. So, the cheers and there's something about a plexiglass. I think they were COVID safe in that scene. So the traditional cheers in Turkey is a gentleman is Sherife. That really does just
Actually,
slide
it does.
down.
It does. It really, that cheese does.
I didn't find the oil. It made sense with the legs, but it just slides down. Any complaints, Otter?
No, it's too good. That's the problem. You want more in that.
Yeah, it
that's
worked
impressive.
out. That was a nice number.
And again, the cheese always. I'm like, why would you do that? But
I know.
it really does do different things when you pick the right one. And you're like, oh, okay, that completely made that.
Mr. Cheesy going for the cheese.
It completes me.